The views and opinions expressed within the video content found on the Indie Comics Network are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Indie Comics Network or its sponsors.
Hey everyone, it's me, Allison, the Alikat, and I've come to draw for you today. Be working on Cable of X-Men, X-Force, New Mutants, all that fun stuff. I got a little bit of the head done, but nothing really, so we're gonna be doing the majority of it on stream today. Start off by showing off a few things that I have been doing. Starting with what I did for Sketchy Saturday, last Saturday, which is a lot of fun. If you hear noise in the background, I apologize. I have my AC on, and I'm like right near the air conditioner because I kind of need it. But anyway, all right. So we got the Jubilee piece I did last week on Sketchy Saturday. Got her mostly finished up to my happiness with it. I might add a little bit more shading here and there around to kind of give the fireworks more of a thing. Then we got Gambit. We did a couple weeks, last week actually, last Friday. And Wolverine from the week before. Coming into my original character, Krasnia Volk, which I was working on a bit. It's a comic I'm going to be doing for Sword and Sorcery magazine. Okay. Let's kind of get those out of the way. Let's not take the Cable drawing, though, because I kind of need it. So that's what I got for Cable so far. I generally find it take forever drawing the heads, so I like to try to get them a little bit going before I get started. But, you know, it is what it is. Okay. So we're going at it. I got like a bunch of reference art for Cable, like right in here. One of the other people I was thinking about using a bit for some inspiration on this was actually Stephen Platt. I know he did a Wolverine and Cable series a while ago, but I actually like his Prophet a little bit better for it. I think that would look a little bit cooler, kind of using that kind of thing. And even though Prophet, I think, is more of his Captain America character, but he's got like lots of guns and things. Platt was going to be working on the Punisher when Liefeld swiped him up from Marvel. That would have been kind of cool to see. But I'm very happy he was on Prophet because I bought every issue. I loved his artwork. It was great. Actually, I pretty much collected everything Image for the first few years. Just enjoyed it in general. If you hear me crunching on things, I have to have protein throughout the day, so just some peanut butter crackers. It's got kind of the traditional square-jawed hero type thing going. I believe this is the scarred eye. Yeah, that's the scarred eye. Usually it's some simple lines, it seems to be. And that's about it. What about Cable? He's got a lot of lines, like in his face and stuff. His age kind of gives him the, hey, I'm older, so I get cool facial stuff. Definitely kind of works. Thought process, if he's got the scar there, then probably shouldn't fill in the eyebrow completely. Should kind of cut out a bit. I think I want to give him a little bit more pronouncement to the chin. All right, let's see. There's a lot of different artists who have definitely done their renditions of Cable. I like that one. That one's pretty cool. I found a piece he's like standing on a group of bodies. Kind of reminds me of the Wizard Guide to Comics challenge they had way back in the 90s of draw Cable standing on a bunch of bodies, like looking like he's been through hell and ready to go through more. Rob kind of gave him a slick back, kind of gray hair look. She definitely seems to have changed over the years in certain ways. Remember, I think it was X-Men 283 had an original run of Uncanny. Jim Lee did it. He drew Cable on the cover, and it just looked amazing. I could watch it. It's going to turn to having a Wolverine hairdo. Kind of spike it all over the back, so kind of the Bart Simpson look for Cable. Okay. So this is the metal arm. Looks like he wears a glove. Actually, it's a pretty good one right there. Yeah. And pretty much everybody has him in a glove for his hands, so that's fair. Since I'm drawing Cable, I feel compelled to draw a billion pouches. I mean, if I do Deadpool, I'm definitely doing way too many pouches. I'm probably going to do Deadpool at least the week when this movie comes out. I also have an urge to draw Furiosa in the near future because I saw the movie yesterday, the new in the Mad Max saga. It was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. Special effects, I think, were better in Fury Road, but it was still spectacular. But I have an urge to draw Furiosa. Maybe Max. Let's see what we got here. That. When I first started doing this, arting with the Alikat, I started with, basically fan art, and I think it's something that I like to stay with for this. Aside from the off commission I got to do, I have to finish the Zatanna commission. I keep wanting to call her Zantana, Zatanna, but hey, it is what it is. I got to finish that up, and I'll probably do that on the stream. I mean, it is kind of fan art anyway. And I got a couple of D&D projects I got to do, but I'm not sure if people really be interested in that. Drop a comment or something if you want to see me doing like D&D oriented art and things like that, or gaming oriented art. I'd love to know. Look like this the shine that he's got around his eye is usually always straw and it's pointed. I kind of like how the cartoon does it, where it just kind of flashes on occasion. I think that's neat. I'm just going to have it flashing underneath there, because I like the idea of the eyebrow, and it kind of flashes down. Black this out a bit. So I'm trying to think what X-Men to do next. I'm leaning towards Cyclops. I have a friend who actually cosplays as Cyclops a lot. So I asked him what version he'd want to see me draw of the costumes that appeared in the cartoon. So the traditional 90s one by Jim Lee, or should I do like the classic suit that he wears? He wanted me to do the 90s one, so it's fine by me. I will admit, the other one would have been easier. But I'm a glutton for punishment. All right. So he's got kind of a collar or something. And I'm going to have to add a lot of design to the gun I gave him. Like right now, it's just basic shapes, so. Gonna add all sorts of nifty little widgets and things. It's also known for shoulder pads. I'm not sure if I can really fit them in with how I have them. I mean, he is a character from the 90s, so. Let's black this out in here. Following old Bollywood, when in doubt, black it out. That's kind of how I picture Cable a lot. That guy's definitely going for the Liefeld look with him. Discord just told me it was active. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I think I'm leaning more towards something like that. Oh, thanks for the like. Get that out of there. Now, if I was smart, I'd pull up my circle templates. But I'm notorious for making bad decisions. I can fake it. Hey, Mike, how's it going? Come to watch me draw Cable? I mean, makes me wonder. Is he Cox? Is he Comcast? Is he some other cable company that I can't think of the name of? Ugh. Ugh. I gotta go to a wedding shower tomorrow. That'll be fun. It's a trick I learned a long time ago when wanting to draw the X for the X symbol on things. Just draw triangles. It's far easier. Verizon. Cable companies are becoming obsolete. It's very true. But Verizon's not really a cable company. That's why I didn't mention them. iOS isn't technically cable. Rather unwanted. Yes, no, well, such is the way of things. But yeah. I mean, I don't have cable TV or anything like that. I just have internet. I do all my stuff streaming. I mainly just watch YouTube. YouTube and like random movies here and there. Sometimes a TV show. Okay, so the X is usually blacked out in the background to be red, so we'll worry about that later then. So I kind of get a quick, just to roll down here. Trying not to create a tangent. Redemption issue 10 just arrived at my house. Very cool. I got paid for running D&D and the check showed up, so I was happy. Need to deposit it still though. How's Redemption looking? Assuming it was looking good. Okay. Yeah, definitely be looking for when I do Furiosa fan art in the near future. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's change that a bit. Doesn't really sit that way on the breast anyway. Looks really good. Excellent. There's Mikey, supporting indie comics creators everywhere. Mike's quite the indie comicer himself. Your recent cap looked really good. You're definitely getting better. Starting to think I like it better the other way. Hope to be good enough to work for people in indie comics. Well, I mean, pretty much what you do. Work on your own stuff. Do things like do things like this. Put your name out there. This takes practice. I mean, you've already put out several books, so I mean, I'm terrified of putting out a book because I'm afraid of success. I'll do a Kickstarter at some point. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I'm gonna have to limit the campaign when I do one to ensure that I don't go over what I can make in a month. I gotta get in between. I'm gonna have to do that. Let's try this one more time. Okay. So want it to be here. We don't want to cut it a little bit sooner in than when I had it. We will kind of do this. So it's thicker on that side, so it looks like it's more conforming. I think these guys would have a fascination with the letter X for some reason. Even his belt has a giant X on it. Hello from Peru. Excellent. How's it going, Carlos? It's good seeing you. Hey, Jim. Always great to see you. The hell was I thinking when I was laying this out? Probably that I don't draw guns very often. I can throw somewhat of a straight line without a ruler. I use the term loosely, but hey, Same. Well, that's good. It's good to have some sameness in life. Beats the alternatives. Yep, doing cable. Continuing with my X-Men fangirling, I guess. Been having a lot of fun with it. I love the TV series, so I definitely have to weather the gun. Add more doohickeys that don't do anything but look cool. I should probably mute this cable at the top. Los Hombres X, Xavier. I will be doing Xavier at some point. But I mean, a guy with a bald head is kind of easy. Um, he said, I was just happy to draw Jubilee last Saturday. That was super fun. Trying to decide what Lady X-Men I'll do next. You do Rogue or will I do Storm or Jean? So I could do Phoenix. That could be kind of cool. I think if I do Jean, I'm definitely drawing Phoenix. Or when I do Jean. When's it due to come back? My guess is about a year or so. That'd be my loose guess for a second season. I know it got approved before it even launched, so it has that going for it. Yeah, Alikat. Hope today as well. Oh, looking good. It's looking well as usual. Thank you very much. It's good to see you, Art Victim. Keep wanting to call you like Art Victim number 9 or something like that. Try doing some comic on A4 size digital, but trying to figure out the correct settings on Clip Studio for the borders, etc. was a pain. I'm back to using 11 by 17 on Clip Studio. That's fair. It's completely fair. Another cat, her name is Kitty Filinario. Filinario. That's kind of cute. Yeah, Hobbs isn't feeling very well right now. He's asleep on my chair. Rocket's in bed, being a loaf. Hobbs is my old man, though, so. When drawing space code, draw geometric shapes. There we go. Add them on. All kinds of crazy geometry shapes. Right. I was looking at some pieces by Silvestri lately as well, and I love the fact when looking at some of his. Silvestri is definitely a proponent of if it looks cool, go for it, and looking at some of his anatomies with that kind of in mind, I was just like, his muscles have muscles, literally, and it looks badass. It's only Silvestri. Oh, there was a Wolverine and Deadpool PSA at the beginning of Furiosa. It was quite funny, bringing up that they thought to show it twice for some reason. But it had basically them complaining about hearing a cell phone in the audience. Deadpool's like, "You get reception down here?" And Wolverine's like, "I don't even have a phone." He's like, "Oh, wait, it's coming from out there." And then the fourth wall breaking ensues. It's quite funny. I shouldn't have done that so close to the edge, I think. Oh well. Live and you learn. When I first started doing this, I was doing it in 11 by 17. But I found that it's taking me too long to do it, so. And did I just make a tangent? Kind of. So that is maybe. Muscles. There we go. Saying that on YouTube was funny. Can't wait for that movie. Yes. Oh yes. Yeah. That. Okay. I was confused a bit. Yeah. It's very good. I highly recommend it. It's very good. I don't generally go to late night release for movies, but the D&D game I was playing last night kind of fell apart. So I was like, well, it's 9 o'clock at night. I don't have anything to do. I'm gonna go to see Furiosa. Caught the 10 o'clock showing. There's barely anyone in the theater, which was great. I'm not really surprised on a Thursday night. I figure it'll be crowded tonight. And it was just amazing. Really, really well done. I think Fury Road had better special effects and stuff. But I really liked this movie. It's very, very good. And I'm definitely going to have to draw Furiosa. Probably when I get through the X-Men. I gotta figure out what the hell I'm going to do with the gun. It's the train. Traffic is already crazy, from what I understand. Since it's the holiday weekend and all this, everybody driving down to the Cape for the holiday. The next big one like this will be July 4th. So I'm going to say that I saw the Deadpool clip on YouTube. Glad you enjoyed Furiosa. Yes, yeah, the Deadpool clip was funny. Deadpool clip was very funny. it was good. I think I'm going to look at some space guns and figure out what I want to do with it. I also got to render his arm a bit more. Okay. I would have it. Men's waist so rude. It can't just be above the hips. Curve. Starting to kind of resemble something. I want to darken that a bit. A bit thicker of a piece of lead. It's a size 7, but darker lead, so pop it a little bit more. Could use my 3, which I have some really dark lead in, but that thing snaps within a moment notice. Pizza 33. Hey, how's it going? Hoping you're having a good day. Greetings to Thunder and Hobbs. It's Rocket and Hobbs, not Thunder. I don't know where we get this thunder from. I guess rockets make thundering noises. But I mean, come on, he's named after a raccoon. Oh, wait for her comments. Hey, how's it going? Almost missed you. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hopefully everybody's got the weekend off, so they can have a nice holiday weekend. Let's see, I'm going to a wedding shower tomorrow. It's kind of like when one of your besties is getting married, you're kind of expected to go to these things and play the stupid wedding shower games. Goal today is to probably go about an hour and a half, but we'll see how it goes. MS has been terrible lately because of weather. The heat has been crazy. I really should be drinking water, but I don't want to. This thing goes under it. Maybe like on top or something. What is my favorite X-Men age? My favorite is it's a little bit of a toss-up. I definitely have a soft spot for the '90s X-Men because I was reading them as they were coming out, and I mean, they were fun. I especially loved Uncanny X-Men 281 when it introduced Bishop. What I didn't like about that issue is they basically killed all the Hellfire Club. I thought that was just kind of a waste. But hey, what do I know? Then my really thinking about though, I have to go back to the Byrne Claremont run of the late '70s, '80s, all the way up to Days of Future Past. So I was talking about it last week that Uncanny X 141 is probably my favorite cover. So that's a big deal to me. That one. It's one of my favorite comic covers. Period. I need to finish up the Star Wars homage of that I was working on. Most of the rest of this will be noodling it away. Add some details. Anybody else have a favorite X-Men age? Oh, and I'm definitely a fan of Joe Madureira's X-Men when he was on it. Collected every issue. Pretty much anything Joe Madureira touched, I have. Even of his original Deadpool miniseries, and that thing was terrible. But loved it at the time, though. When Madureira was much more of an Arthur Adams clone. I just realized I put the button in the wrong place. Yep, I can fix that. I have an eraser. But yeah, the '90s X-Men is definitely fun. But the Byrne Claremont run, basically Dark Phoenix. You had the introduction of Kitty Pryde. You had Days of Future Past. A lot of really good stuff in there. Hellfire Club. That's Dark Phoenix, but still. What paper size is this? This is a 9x12 piece of paper. It's a standard smooth Bristol board. I print out my loose blue lines on it after I doodle everything up based on copy paper, and then I take a picture of it, work it out like the base kind of anatomy and stuff, and the base pose I want more digitally. Change everything to blue line, then basically print it out on a template that I made. That's this right on the Bristol board. So if I guess I wanted to be consistent, I could do the this whole thing in blue as well. But I actually tend to draw in red when I'm roughing things out, so usually use red, basically red lead. This is a personal choice more than anything else. Doesn't really mean anything. I find that sometimes I can see red a little bit better than I can the blue. But it saves me some light boxing and other things to kind of get over the sketch design. Yep, this is 9 by 12 Strathmore Bristol. All it is. All right, so I never really read the X-Men when I was younger, except for the issue Classic X-Men Magneto and the X-Men on the cover. And an X title I think Silvestri covered it during Inventor Inferno. Inferno was good. Ryan Benjamin likes to rough out in red too. Yeah, he does. I actually watched him doing that. Currently reading Uncanny X-Men on Marvel's Unlimited. Fantastic. Yeah, I noticed Ryan Benjamin roughed out in red. Person who got me roughing out in red is my friend Rob Duenas, Sketchcraft. Nobody can ever pronounce his last name right, not even him. So, Sketchcraft. Use 2H lead for roughs, then pat down with a gum eraser to make it lighter. Yeah, no, I know a lot of people do that. This is a 2H lead in this. My lead holder here. Um, yeah. I do like all my roughs on like basically on copy paper, and then I kind of branch out a bit. I literally just take a picture with like my iPad and bring it into Clip Studio where I kind of work it out a bit more to what I want it to look like, or at least a rough idea of a pose and stuff like that. Hobbs is moving about. Did I design this page in Clip Studio Paint? No. Well, this part up here, no. I literally stole a template of just a blue line template and put my logo on it, and then kind of went, um, yeah, went, yeah. That's how it works. So that's what I did. Blue ponds. How's it going? It's a cable. I gotta add a pouch someplace. This is the real 90s cable. It probably have this one like all pouches. Kenshin mangas continue Hokkaido arc. Yeah. I mean, that's how I read the Hokkaido arc was well the Revenge arc. Hokkaido arc. Was that the Revenge arc? I can't remember if it took place in Hokkaido. I thought it. I don't remember where it did. I haven't read it since like the late 90s, early 2000s. So. Still gotta draw Kenshin at some point too. Maybe like Aoshi or Saito. Miso. I gotta work on that a bit. Not really liking that. If you ever want to live art stream together, hit me up or just shoot me a link. Have a great rest of your day. No, Jim, definitely. I would love to live stream with you. It'd be amazing. But yeah, you have a great day. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, I appreciate that. Hit that like and share button for me. Give me a little comments down the doobly doo. Was able to get Finch Batman unwrapped in full color. Thought it was a comic with pencil erase. Whatever you kids do these days. Yeah, the unwrapped stuff is typically it's all in black and white usually. That was the point of it. I mean, that's what my unwrapped is that Finch did. I want to get the. I think it exists. I think IDW did it or something with the Dark Knight Returns like artist edition version of it or something. I really want that. I missed it when it came out. I don't have any money, so I won't be getting it. Hmm. It's a bit better. No, it's Finch's Detective Comics, right? His Batman stuff. That's what I think he. I thought he did Detective Comics. So I remember Capullo was on Batman around that time. And that's when we had like the quintessential run of Batman in a long time. That was just an amazing run. Portobello stuff and everything. Then you had like Greg Capullo's art. He's just wish I could draw like that. But good. Hmm. Like garbage moved. It must be haunted. It was the lunch container. I heated up, just kind of settled in the garbage can. It startled me for a second. Really Black Widow. I switched to the cloth nib for my Wacom pen. Gives more resistance. Interesting. I haven't even tried those ones yet. I mean, I got a bunch of them, but I haven't tried any of them. I find I prefer working traditionally, but I love doing all my rough work digitally. It saves so much time. Technically, that probably should have swooped up a bit more, but I'm not going to worry about it. So next week might be Cyclops. Haven't fully decided. Either going to do Cyclops or Phoenix. One of those two. I'm leaning towards Cyclops because I really rarely ever drawn Cyclops, and I kind of want. I've definitely drawn Phoenix more than once. I think the last time I drew Cyclops, I was doing what was it? I was doing a what was it, a sketch cover. He was one of the characters I did on. Trying to stylize my figures in the new book I'm working on to see if I can come up with pleasing, uh, pleasing to the eye style. I mean, first thing I would do is get your shape language down a bit better. That you want your bodies to be consistent across the board and everything. And you're definitely getting there, but you're not quite there yet. Then start to worry about style. Because, I mean, style is, whatever. I mean, mainstream comics tend to go more for the Jim Lee kind of David Finch, that whole kind of look to things. Um, where I am more of a, well, I mean, Joe Mad does a book, everybody's reason to buy it, and Greg Capullo, obviously, but I tend to think people want more like that hyper um, rendered style. Admittedly, I've been doing a bit of my stuff's getting a lot more rendered, but that's also more because of studying of Frank Frazetta. figure out what I'm doing with that arm. It's very barren. And I gotta detail out the gun a bit more. Hmm. Hmm. Give the handguard a bit, or the, I guess the gun grip or whatever it is. A little bit of a detailing. How important is doing character design sheets? Some would say very. Um, I definitely find them handy to do. I always keep a Bible of kind of what I'm working on. It's all digital. I basically draw all the characters digitally in that, and I have like reference material so I can keep things kind of on on par with each other, so it all looks good. But yeah, I would say that that is a very important thing. I know there are a few companies out there, if you submit to them, they want to see basically all your character designs and turnarounds and everything. Like Band of Bards, for instance. I know they want to see everything. Um, don't know about too many of the others, but remember that was something that struck out to me that they wanted all that. That struck out to me. I was actually debating on sending my other comic idea to them. The one that basically I lost a few years ago. I kind of started loosely redoing. This is not looking cool. All right. That. Hmm. I think one of the other reasons I've gotten to be a bit more of a renderer in my art style is, well, you have a mentor and a good friend who happens to have one of these styles. So definitely kind of rubbed off on me a bit. Oh. Yeah, perspective's a little off on that. I'm going almost an hour and a half. Getting faster at this. I mean, the Wolverine one took me basically 2 days to do. Granted, I did a lot of detail in that hair. The Gambit one I mostly finished on stream. Jubilee I pretty much did entirely on stream. I did out their fireworks and stuff a little bit later, but I had her basically done right on stream. Hmm. Yeah, this thing's going nuts. Keeps distracting me. And I will admit that some of these things are basically, I'm not really trying to go for their exact Marvel version. I'm trying to do, I drew Cable, what would he be? That type of thing. I'm not actually trying to be completely on model with them. I just want to have, I basically want to be recognizable of who it is. My own take. Let's see. I want to find an overseas printer that will print my next book. It's going to be an outlaw comic style. I wish I knew who was printer for Faust Compendium. Printers such closely guarded secrets, I noticed. Yeah, it's a little weird. I don't know why people don't really share who they're using for printers. Just if you're doing overseas printing, the only way it really gets cheap, though, is if you print a lot. I mean, a lot. I know both Daphne and Nita have talked about that a bit. I mean, you could always ask Tim Vigil or David Quinn who they used. Shoot them a message on Facebook and stuff. I mean, they're approachable. I know Tim posts on Instagram all the time. I mean, I've talked with him a little bit. I love Tim Vigil's work. I mean, I have the Faust Compendium. I used as my book of the week one week. It's on my pull list. I had to be very cautious on what I showed them for reasons. Faust is not for children. It is most definitely not for children. I want to put something for everybody in my books. Oop, hang on. Be right back. Sorry about that. Mothers. They always forget when their daughters are live streaming. Granted, I think I'm the only daughter of hers that's live streaming. I don't think my sister would live stream. Yeah, think about it now. No, she wouldn't. Let's see. I ordered the trade of Faust that comes out this month of May. I don't. So don't wear out the hardcover. That's fair. I mean, I have all the original issues, so I have a complete run of Faust and multiple copies of some of them. Yeah, so I can definitely appreciate that. Didn't bother ordering the whatchamacallit, the floppy of it, the paperback trade. I don't flip through my Faust that often. I have to be in the mood. When I discovered it when I was in high school, I was reading like everything Faust. Anything that Tim Vigil touched, I did. I also read a lot of his brother's stuff too. Joe Vigil, he's a artist, good artist himself. He's doing like his Cowboys and Hell series. I don't think they ever finished it. Which kind of annoyed me because I was enjoying it. And that was under the Rebel Studios banner. Then I have a complete run of Vigil's Griff series. Grips. And he did another one called like Dragon Quest or something. That was kind of neat. No, I have a Faust drawing by Vigil. Piece of original art by him. It's kind of cool. It's like a pretty big sketch. It's like I think it's a 9x12 sketch. I think it's pen and ink. So it's pretty sweet. I like it. Thinking of my mother's reaction when I told her I have a YouTube show. She's like, "What did you do to put yourself on the internet?" Wait, what? Bought a webcam? What do you mean? I think this is definitely gonna be another one I'll be noodling for a while. Let's give it some unnecessary type of bindings and things. I'm hoping Cable makes an appearance in the Deadpool Wolverine movie because I think that'd be awesome if Josh Brolin show up in that. Considering he messes with the time stream and they're using the TVA stuff and everything, I think that'd be great. Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, I'm still being picked up. All right. Okay. Definitely under the impression that I'm not using enough pouches. But hey, it is what it is. iMac tried to go to sleep. Not iMac, my iPad. iMac is asleep. I actually stream this through my laptop PC, which is on my art desk. So it's not a bad cable for no. I don't think I've really drawn cables since I was a kid. Probably, around the time X Force was coming out and stuff. Remember the Extinction Agenda? I was still collecting New Mutants and everything. And I said that X-Men cover that Lee did was amazing. It was actually all of the Jim Lee stuff for the Extinction Agenda was amazing. I was a little annoyed when they killed Warlock though. A little bit of the love in here. Mhm. Okay, it is about 4:30. I'm actually going to cut off here for the day, and I will speak with you all hopefully next week. I'll figure out who I'm drawing at some point. So I'm leaning towards Cyclops, but it might be Phoenix. Just have to kind of decide what I want to do and get some preliminaries done. I also got comics to work on and stuff, so and I'll probably finish this up off stream, noodling it and stuff. And I need to figure out what I want to do for the details for the guns. I need more stuff on the gun. But yeah, but I'd like to thank everybody for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful and safe holiday for those who you are here in the States, Memorial Day. But until next time, I wish you all a wonderful weekend. Bye. Yep, I can hit the button.